Hi, I'm Valerie Bertinelli, and I am here to show you how to give new life to your Thanksgiving leftovers. Today, we are turning stuffing into leftover stuffing croquettes, which are these deep-fried, crispy bites of heaven with mozzarella on the inside. They are so simple and delicious, they just might end up on your actual Thanksgiving menu. These come together so quickly, so we want to have everything in its place and ready to go. If you're cooking along with me, I'm going to need you to do a few things first. So please preheat your oven to 200 degrees. Line one rim baking sheet with paper towels. Line a second rim baking sheet with a cooling rack. Pour enough veggie oil into a Dutch oven to come to about 3 inches up on the sides and place it over medium heat until it reaches 325 degrees. Cut 3 ounces of mozzarella into half-inch cubes, and I'll wait here until you have all of that together, okay? You ready? Let's get started. You've got your food processor out and you've got your stuffing. Let's start with breaking down our stuffing just a little bit. So I always make this stuffing every year. It's my favorite. The recipe is probably on the same app you're on right now watching me. So this is sausage and cranberry and walnuts, and we're gonna put 3 cups into a food processor. If you don't make this stuffing, if you have your own traditional stuffing that you use every year, I think we all have our favorites, go ahead and put that in. Almost any flavor will do. I was thinking, I wonder if my mom's oyster stuffing would work with this. It's not my favorite, but I love you, Mom. And I think that would work too. I think it would all work. I mean, you're deep frying stuffing. How can it be bad, right? So we just want to pulse, we don't want to turn it into a paste, we just want to break it up a little bit because some of the sausage pieces and the walnut pieces might be a little big. Won't take long. There we go. That's all we need. You're going to throw your stuffing into a nice big bowl so you can build all your croquettes together. Croquettes is French. I think they pronounce it croquet, probably. I don't know. I'm not French. It means to crunch. So these are nice and crunchy and crispy. It's also a really fun game, a lawn game that I love to play, croquet. So to this stuffing, we're going to grab an egg. And I like to crack an egg when I want to mix it in something. I like a little bit of a higher side because I'm going to whisk this up before I put it into the stuffing. I don't want to have to mix the egg into the stuffing. I want to get it all mixed, all ready to go, because I also want to add in a little bit of salt. And the reason I'm adding the salt in right now to the egg and not just to the stuffing, because I really want it to go all over with the egg, touch all of it. So just grab a fork and give that a quick whisk. And then we're going to get that right into the stuffing. Just mash that around a little bit with your fork. That's going to help hold it all together, but we also want to get more of a binder in there to help it all hold together. So we're just going to get a half a cup of flour and sprinkle that in. Got a half a cup right here. And we just want to get that sprinkled all around. I'll get going on that first. And you just want to get it all mixed together until you don't see any more white bits of flour. You might need to get your hands dirty in this one, and that's what happens. So we're going to take off our jewelry. And really get in there. Make sure your hands are clean, of course. and just bring it all together. This is made with a box cornbread mix. If you have made this with the, sliced up or diced up bread of your own, you just might need to put it through the food processor just a little bit. You just want it to be a little bit more like this consistency, and it really sticks together. Let's get a little more flour in there. I have always called it stuffing, even when I stopped stuffing my bird with it. I do not stuff the bird any longer. I put it in a separate casserole bowl. Okay, so this is a nice consistency, and we're gonna get a bigger cookie scoop to make sure they're all around the same size. I'm gonna wash my hands first. I'm gonna have to wash them multiple times probably. So now that your hands are clean, you're gonna get a little spray on them, just so that it doesn't stick to your hands too much. And you're gonna grab your scooper. So just flatten it out a little bit, and this is only to get that center of cheese in there. So we've got our mozzarella already cubed, and you want to just get that right in the middle and then fold it over, and you've got like a little football. Then you're going to add the football to your panko. Just roll it around in there, and that's going to help get it even crunchier. And then those pans I had you put together, go grab those. I'm gonna grab my parchment lined sheet tray to give the croquettes someplace to rest until we fry them all. And then you just keep doing that until you've run out of stuffing. Cheese, and wrap it. Starting to stick, so I might need some more spray after this guy. Just add some more spray if it starts sticking to your hands. But you do want to make sure all that cheese is covered up so it doesn't ooze out before it's meant to. Okay, a little bit more spray. So I think we'll stop with this for the first batch and we'll continue. Let me wash my hands. Okay, we have our first batch of croquettes ready to go. Okay, grab yourself a spider and get your croquettes into your 325-degree oil. You want to make sure that you don't crowd them. And by putting them all in, you are going to lower the temp of the oil, so you just want to keep an eye on it. This should take 3 or 4 or 5 minutes. Remember, these are really basically, except for the egg, all the way cooked through. So you're really trying to just melt the cheese and get it nice and crispy on the outside. Now, I'm going to grab the other sheet pan I told you guys to put together, and I'll tell you why. I want to show you something. This sheet pan, if you are going to continue to make, I'm just going to make this batch just to show you, and if you want to continue to make the rest of the batch, what you're going to do is take your croquettes out of your hot oil and put them onto a cooling rack, and then put them into your 200-degree oven just to keep them warmed through. And then you're going to finish your batch, and that way they'll all be warm at the same time. But since I'm just making this batch, I've got some paper towels that I'm going to lay down here, and this will trap the oil. So let's take a look at these guys, move them around, make sure they're not hitting the bottom and sticking. Oh boy, they look a beautiful golden brown. Let's get these out. Crispy, crunchy. Oop, you're stuck in there, are you? And let's just grab a little bit of salt. Just salt them up a little bit. Got a little warmed up gravy. You can use that to serve with your croquettes. Or some mustard would be good. Anything you want, but honestly, they're really great all on their own. There you go. There's your croquettes. Let's see what happened. Oh, it smells. Stuffing is my favorite part of Thanksgiving. And it smells so good. It smells just like my favorite stuffing. I mean, yum. There's your cheese pull for you. Wow. I just got the perfect bite of walnut and cranberry and sausage in a crispy little crunch. It's so good. Please try this. You won't regret it. I mean, I just may make these for Thanksgiving next year. I hope you guys had fun cooking with me. I always have fun cooking with you. If you like this recipe, go ahead and bookmark it so you can make it again. And please come back and visit me anytime.